Okay, welcome back. So once we have people, start up. Okay, we have 15 people. Great. So let's move on. So that's that. Now, I want to quickly share a secret on this time quadrant, right? On what we call the time quadrants. Now, some persons requested when they were filling the form, I think I saw two or three about time management. They want to know how to maximize time in 2025. And I'll teach you a secret. I'll teach you a secret. And I want you to try this secret out, right? And see. I hope you can hear me. Okay, great, great. Now, there's something called time quadrants for each individual, and there is something called your productivity quadrant. Now, listen carefully, please, because it can get technical at this point. 24 hours of every day, and this is the simplest model so you know how to manage that. 24 hours of each day, you can either split it into 4 quadrants of 6 hours or 6 quadrants of 4 hours. But I usually like the 4 quadrants of 6 hours, right? Because it's usually easier when you understand this before you then now start to um now 12 a.m. 12, that's 12 from night to 6 a.m. is 1 quadrant of 6 hours. 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. is another quadrant of 6 hours. 12 noon to 6 in the evening is the third quadrant of the day of another 6 hours. While 6 p.m. to 12 midnight is the last quadrant of 6 hours in every day. Every individual on this earth have what you call their productivity quadrant. What that means is in one of these quadrants, you are the most active. And if you want to check it, just do a quick analysis of yourself. You find out that there are certain times of the day where your energy is low. There are certain times of the day when your energy is really high. You're energetic. It is your time quadrant that is working. You see, some people are very, very active at night, in the midnight. And you are wondering, this person know they sleep 12, 1, 2. They are moving around. They are moving around. They are walking. They are watching TV. They can't sleep. They are going to the kitchen to take something. They are doing it. They are just all over the place. You are trying to sleep, you can't. They came to visit you over the weekend. You're wondering why this person know they sleep. They probably are in their productivity quadrant. It's possible that 12 to 6 is their productivity quadrant. And that's why they are finding it hard to sleep because their energy, their insulin levels is high. It's not everybody that can sleep at night. For some people, it's 6 a.m. They are early risers. Like they are, and as they stand up, they are early. 6, 7, 8. He can go on and on. Some people from 12, some people from 6. Some people are evening people. They'll rather from 6 p.m. sit down on their workstation at home. So maybe in the office, they're not really feeling the office flow and vibes in terms of when they come back home and they sit down with that task on their workstation like this, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, they've gotten it. You see, everybody is simply just working in a quadrant where they are the most active, and there is what they call the least productive quadrant. The idea behind achieving goals, the idea behind making sure that you are able to achieve your goals is to put your high priority task, your hardest task, your high priority tasks, your tasks that are the tasks that are demanding, the tasks that require your creativity, that require your energy in your quadrant that is your productivity quadrant, and put your leisure activities, So leisure activities in life, there's priority activities and there's what you call non-committal activities. So non-committal activities are things like leisure, surfing the internet, browsing. You're not looking for an information, you're not doing research, you're not doing anything. You're just casually browsing to see did Mr. Macaroni post any video, to just do something. It's not like there's anything important, right? That's a leisure activity. You want to Netflix because those things are important too. They form part of your social construct, right? You want to hang out. You want to hang out with the boys, hang out with the girls. You want to gist, you want to gossip, you want to do all of that. So all of these things form part of your life. The problem is if you put these things in your productivity quadrant, you are wasting time. So whilst a lot of people will say social media is wasting your time, and this one is happening, we are here. This is where we are, and this is the reality of life. You can't do without these things. So it is the management of these things. If you don't go on social media, you can't even know what's happening in life, in the world. You need to see what's happening. But those things need to go to what is your least effective quadrant. I don't know if anybody, please, if you understand what I'm saying, or if you've experienced what I'm saying, or you sort of like, okay, it's like this thing makes sense. I think so time. Please, can you help us to put it in the chat box? Like, oh yeah. I mean, for me, my peak productive period is 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. The people in my office know. They've known it because I told them, I said, look, if this thing is not 98% important and urgent, please don't interrupt. Because when I enter my office and I close my door within that period, I don't open it till like maybe 12:31. So when I open my door, is when I can attend to every other thing. Because sometimes within that 8, 9, when I get, and that's why I go to the office early. So it's a prompt for me to be at work early because the more time I spend at home, the less so we resume 9, but sometimes 7, I'm in the office because I am in my productivity corner. I don't want to waste time in traffic. I don't want traffic to waste my time. I don't want a lot of random things to waste my. So I go to the office before people come, 2 hours before people come. I've done a lot. I've gone far. In this time, I'm not saying you cannot do things, you cannot get things done in your other quadrant. It's just that it is more easier when you're in your productivity quadrant. You'll be churning, you'll be doing it very quick, very fast, very easy. You'll be very efficient. But you see, when you're now moving to a quadrant that is now less of your energy decreases. You can get the same thing out, but maybe it's taking more time. Like if you give me anything to do between this 6 p.m. now and 12, I can do it, but it will take a lot. I will have to think deeper. I have to exert more creativity. It's a lot because that time is my leisure time. 6 p.m., 12, that's my leisure time. So I throw anything. If I want to watch TV, Netflix, if I want to stroll, if I want to just move around, if I want to do a random call that does not make sense, just gist with a friend in the US that will take 30 minutes, or UK, you see, those things are time. You can't be calling someone in UK 30 minutes when I'm in my productivity time. I'm wasting time. And we're just gisting. It's not like we're talking business or anything. So the idea is you want to write a book, you want to do this, you want to do that. Plug it into your productivity time. You will get a lot of inspiration quick, fast. And put all of your leisure, non-committal activities, take it to a time that is your least productivity quadrant. So the exercise I have for you now, every other person, can you help us tell us or put it on the chat box? I see mine is 12 to 6. Mine is 6 to 12 a.m. Just put your own. I've told you mine. So I've started. I said my productivity time is 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. So if you want me to do anything very constructive and reasonable for you, you know when to reach out to me. I may not pick it, but you want to send a message. Most times when I'm in the office in that time, my phones are face down because I have maybe 4 hours of intense work that I need to do. And I don't need